What's up? What it do? It's your girl. It's just Perrier, like Paris B. Welcome back to my channel. Yeah, bitch, you know me. What's up? So, oh y'all, this car is foggy than a motherfucker. I'm headed to go pick up my boo from school. That's what I'm gonna go do. Baby, it's so foggy in this goddamn car. These people is really starting to work my fucking nerves. Cause they all in the way. Get the fuck out the way! Y'all gotta go because people piss me off. They don't know how to drive. This man is doing all extra slow, and both of these bitches is finna get this motherfucking mouthpiece. So it's best that I go, okay? Hold on, we driving again. Fucking stupid ass bitch. Doing stupid ass shit. Can't stand when bitches do stupid shit and then, ooh, baby. That look like my motherfucking granny. I thought that was my granny. Ooh, that lady in that motherfucking car pissed me off. Doing stupid shit. Get the fuck out the way. Like, you, the fuck? Dumbass bitch. Anywho, y'all, I need to go find some food, something to put on my stomach because I literally have not eaten all day. Well, I ate this morning. I ate breakfast. I broke the fast from last night, bitch. So I need to go find lunch and dinner because somehow them hoes went missing today. And I haven't eaten. So yeah, I need to go find some food because I'm starving. I'm hungry. The devil is a motherfucking lie. Get your motherfucking ass out the way.
Recording?
Yeah.
Are you gonna post this one on YouTube?
Yeah.
Can I be on it?
No.
Aww.
I'm talking. So, I'm back. Y'all, I need to go find fucking food. I'm starving. So, oh my gosh. We're gonna take a different route than what we took earlier because them bitches clearly don't know how to drive. And I don't have time for hoes that don't know how to drive and be doing like fuck shit, you know? Fuck shit. I got Jaden from his after school program, as y'all can see him over there.
Hi.
Y'all see Jay?
What's up, guys?
Oh, this car's gone. Come on, sir. Come on, get out the way.
No, man. No.
I will talk to y'all in a moment. When something is not meant for you, it's just not meant. I'm so sick of these calls fucking cutting me the fuck off. I'm so sick of this shit. Y'all, oh, they pissing me off. They are pissing me off. So, oh, baby, listen, you and this raggedy ass motherfucking Lincoln bitch needs to fucking turn. Fuck is wrong with you? This big ass fucking truck would park. Like, why the fuck would you park right here, bitch? My body, your body.
Just a real ass bitch. Give a fuck about a trick. And we really with the shit.
Y'all, we are at Jaden's store picking up Jaden. And picking up Jaden. I have on just like cold clothes because it's cold out here. This hoe is looking up. Look at her. She got her thigh high boots on today. You heard me? Oh. She got her thigh high boots on today. I'm so freaking hungry. Oh, oh my goodness. So you guys don't have anything majorly planned for the agenda today besides work, edit. I need to call my temp service back because they signed me up with this job for next Tuesday, do the 4th, but it's literally in Cyprus and it's a little bit too far from me. It's like an hour away from my house. So before I knew it was an hour, I literally thought that it was like maybe like 30, 35 minutes. It's literally like an hour and I can't do it. And I really hate to turn this opportunity down. But this is like what I was speaking about earlier, when things are for you and when things are not for you. The earlier times that we had scheduled from 12 a.m. to 9 a.m., I could have did that perfectly. But they changed the time, so it's now from 12 p.m. to 9 p.m. And I'm having to change it up and do it a little bit differently. Um, so that's that. I called them earlier, but they put me through to some person who literally. Wait, is this a staff restroom only? Oh, I talked to someone earlier who put me through to my recruiter, but my recruiter wasn't the person who like literally let me know about this position. So I'm gonna call back because she was like, call back in like a couple minutes or so, then talk to somebody and it can all be sorted out or whatever. So I just gotta call back and tell them that I unfortunately can't go along with this. Please do not throw. Um, I just gotta call back and let them know that I can't go along with this. You know. So, oh, thank gosh, I don't have to use the restroom, so I just really came for the mirror. But, yeah, that's that. Y'all, this is my outfit of the day. This is pretty much what I'm wearing. I got my hair all down, and it's whatever, so I'm comfortable, cute, I guess you can say. Yeah, I'm comfortable, cute. I left Tiff in there because she was talking to Jaden's teacher. So lately she's been having some issues at this school with his teacher being supposedly being mean to him and like just not doing right. So she's in there talking and getting everything situated because this lady literally has just been just he's like the only black kid in his class at this all Hispanic school, and his teacher is pretty much like singling him out. She even told the kids one time they should ignore him. And literally just yesterday he came home and he was so super hurt. Like he came home telling his mom about everything, and I was right there listening. He was like, his teacher was being mean to him again, and he was reading his book trying to get his lesson, and he told the kids to be quiet. And apparently, what he did was wrong. It was the wrong way to do something. So she advised him of the right way to do things, and he did it the exact way she said to do it, and it was still wrong. So I was just like, that's. We all were just like, that's just not acceptable for the family. Like, that's just not acceptable. So she's in there now nipping that shit in the bud because I just don't go for people bullying kids around. Like, if you don't care for a child, remove that child out your classroom. That child's doing too much. They not listening. Have a change of scenery. So that lady can do it. So guess what? Tiff is in there doing it because we don't tolerate that. You're not gonna be mean to kids. We understand structure and guidance, but being mean to a child is just not. It's not set up with us, right? So, we get mean spirit to people. Some people are just naturally mean by heart. That's just how they're raised. That's how they are. Like, I get it. I'm a mean person naturally. Like, That's just how I was raised. So I get like people are saying, "You're so mean. You're this. You're that." Not really. I just don't tolerate bullshit. So you get the difference. Like a person who doesn't allow bullshit will tolerate a little bit more. Well, won't tolerate much, and it makes them seem like they're mean. A person that will, it'll make them seem like they're a little bit more nice. But I'm one of those people that don't tolerate shit from nobody. So therefore, it comes out that I'm a little bit more mean. I'm not mean. I'm just stern. So I get that aspect. But if you're just deliberately being mean because you don't like this child, you don't like someone, then that's just not right. So this is today's look. Headed out to go get some food. You got it. Fresh face, fresh hair, fresh body. I took a shower, so I'm smelling all good and refreshed. Feeling great, looking great, so I'm all happy. Hey Rules, what's up? What to do? It's your girl, Life of Paris B. It's just Perrier. However you know me, Paris B. Yeah, baby, you know me. What's up? One, two, three. Anywho, y'all, good morning. I am at home this morning. I literally thought that I was gonna be going out for a job assignment this morning, but I didn't. So yesterday I did though. However, I had to cancel because it was just way too much and trying to, get there and do things. You know, it was way too much. But y'all, I'm happy to say I'm in a much better place mentally. Like mentally, I've literally from the beginning or the end of October, the end of August, all the way to September, all through October, I've literally been working on me and taking my personal time to myself. Um, and that's just for a number of different reasons. One reason mainly is because I've been working on an art when to speak up in frustration and when to let things roll off of your shoulder. Like I've been talking to my friends' parents. I've been talking to my own parents. I've been talking to, my mentor, my good friend Tasha, which is like my mentor. She went to school for psychology, so she helps me through a lot of things that, I deal with and some things that I've gotten to figure out myself because I'm a tad bit into psychology and I'm learning on my own. So I've been literally just surrounding myself with multiple positive people that's pretty much already been in my shoes and have a better light of how to do things versus, you know, putting fear into my life or putting doubt there and saying, okay, well, this is not possible because we're black or this is not possible because of this and that. So I've been surrounding myself a lot more with, you know, people that's like minded and not so like minded as me. And what I mean by not so like minded is because yeah, the like minded people are gonna be there in life, but those are the people that's gonna come along and make you feel validated and how you feel. Like you can talk to them and express exactly what's taking place, and they may not 100% agree with it, but they may understand where it come from. And you know, some like-minded people will be okay with the wrongdoings that you do because they're in the same position in life, and some people will try to better you and I've learned to just keep like minded and non like minded people around because really the like minded people for me, those are relatable people. Like those are people that I can really go to and get things off of my chest and not be judged, not be criticized, and they can genuinely relate or they can genuinely give me, advice on how to do things better from their point of view or they can just listen. And that's great for me. Now, the great thing about having non like minded people is because for me, y'all, I'm a person that lives in the clouds. People say I'm an airhead, which is typically true. I live in the clouds. I'm always super positive and motivated and constantly on the go and constantly just up in the clouds enjoying life. Like, I'm never really dealing with reality based things too often because reality is negative. So I've been learning through my grounded friends to pretty much, not necessarily worry about every little thing that comes up. Like, don't worry about people's opinions. Don't worry about this or why does this bother you or don't give. Like, I've been learning to pretty much be 100% myself. And why I say that is because my not so like minded friends also are like me as well because they're introverts. And I'm an introvert by default. Like, just with things I've been through in life has, I won't say forced me, but it's made me out to be an introvert. Like, it's pushed me into that, like, to, understanding self and being self aware and also being an extrovert. Like, I don't know what you call it when a person is like in between an introvert and an extrovert. Like, I enjoy my alone time with myself. I enjoy being by myself. I can spend weeks, sometimes months by myself, and there's times where I can spend days on end with people. And it's so confusing because people always take it that I'm like this people's person, but I am a people's person. I'm just at times I'm an introvert as well. So at certain things I'll step back and look at myself and be like, okay, well they're displaying some habits that you once showed before or you're now trying to correct. So you may not want to be around this type of person, like that type of stuff. Um, but yeah, all in all, October and September, or September, October has been a great month for me, y'all. I've literally been just like getting myself together and feeling rightful in my decisions to say, I'm not gonna tolerate this. Like, I'm not gonna put up with this, but not having to have the attitude behind it because in the past, I'll be like, you know what, you ain't gonna do this to me. I ain't gonna take this motherfucking shit. We fuck, hell, fuck. Like, I would have all of that built up, in dealing with frustration. And I just had to learn to step back, take a breather, as my good second mother, my guardian angel, was saying yesterday. My living guardian angel was saying yesterday. She was saying, like, sometimes you have to take a step back, take a breather, and realize that it's not me, it's them, and do not allow a person to take control over you. Like, she had broke it down in the craziest sense that made sense to me because I'm a relationship girl. Y'all, as y'all can see, I'm always talking about some boy or something or relationship type of advice on my channel. I'm just a relationship girl. So literally, she was talking and she was like, you know how when you are talking to a guy and he may have did something to really fuck you up mentally, like you're fucked up, and you need to express what's on your mind. And as you feel like we're communicating, I'm telling him how I feel, and he sends back a message that says, "Kay, how did that make you feel?" And I was like, that would run me fucking hot. I'd be ready to go the fuck off. Like, sometimes, depending on, like, I'd be ready, but I'd be like, okay, this, what, let me, ooh. And she said, exactly. She said, that's giving that other person your energy because all they responded with was, okay. And she was like, and that's all we leave it as. And she said, and then after we get it okay as a woman, we ready to fire up, go off, and do some crazy shit and just be. And I was thinking, I was like, what, y'all, this is so fucking factual to life and to my life. That's another form of giving a person the power over you. Like, you know, if you notice, when a person is irate or a person is acting belligerent or crazy, what's the first thing you do when you don't have time to entertain that person? I was taught to you laugh at them, like, okay, you being crazy, you being stupid. I'm gonna laugh at your ass because I'm not gonna like that type of shit. So I've literally been like learning, y'all, to work through my past aggressions along with today's new aggressions and how to deal with those things. It's been very challenging for me, and that's one thing I can say is learning to work past this stuff has been very challenging to me because it affects people in my life right now that literally, you know, affects me. Like, I care about these people, so I've noticed that we've had issues in the past, or I feel like we're gonna have an issue with this, so stuff like that. So, y'all, let's see, what else has been going on for the past 2 months. So for the past 2 months, I've literally been I've been getting myself together with the mental knowledge to say that sometimes it's just not meant for you. Like, I have been through it with some jobs these past 2 months, And I've beat myself up a little bit because I feel like, in doing a good job, how when you trying to do the right thing, and when you trying to do the right thing, I guess it just doesn't seem like it's the right thing. Well, that's what I've been pretty much dealing with for the past 2 months. Well, I've literally have tried to do the right thing, and when I was trying to do the right thing, it was almost in a sense of like it backfired in my face, like, oh, you were caring too much. So I have been pulling back me a little bit more to say, sometimes with jobs, with friendships, with relationships, with just anything in life, it probably is just not meant to be. Like, and I don't like why I had to say that to myself is because, like, how when you are going through life and you may be on this job, let's just say you may be on this job, and you don't mind what you do, but all you know is you don't like the company that you work for. That's all you know is you don't like the company that you work for because they're unfair, they're this, they're that. But you continue to go to work because you're a good employee, you haven't had any write ups, and you just proceeding on with your life like I'll work this until something better comes along. Well, I've learned through those cycles of life, it's just like that's pretty much staying in a situation that's not technically meant for you. And sometimes in life, me as a person, I've done it. I still do it. You'll work a job and we'll be like, I'm not happy with this place, but I need an income or I need this. And you're not happy with what you're doing. And that's a sign that it's not meant for you. Now, you can very much so be meant for it. You can very much so fit into that person's life or that entity's life. But one thing I have learned is that it's really not about them and you fitting into their lives. It's more so about them fitting into your lives and y'all meeting in the middle and coming together to collaborate how to make each other better. Company wise, friendship wise, relationship wise, that's just strictly platonic with anything. Any relationship with job, friend, foe, we need to be trying to figure out how to make each other better. Not necessarily, you know, just that. So I've been in that mindset to get myself to say, because I was really beating myself up, y'all, like, Paris, you going through these jobs, what are you doing wrong? But I had to really get myself to say, although you're not perfect, you're not a devil and you're not out here doing things with malicious intent. So don't beat yourself up for stuff you have no control over. It's just not meant for you. And y'all, with me saying that, I'm still learning that just because it's not meant don't mean it's not meant at all. And it does not mean that it's not meant forever. It just means it's probably not meant right now. And if you come back to it or if you let time go on and you get yourself together, you get every part of you together, you never know what life can have in store for you. Stuff like that. So I've been on that journey with my mental and it's been a healthy living. I also been like, just working, you guys. Get jiggy, get jiggy, get jiggy. Ooh, we got churches, and it's not on a Tuesday. This be it's no churches on Tuesday. No offense to people that getting church on Tuesday, cause I like them specials too. But you know,
Maybe that Popeyes.
I'm just a firm
Oh,
believer
you got
that
Popeyes on a Monday? Yes, bitch. I got Popeyes on a Monday. The fuck?
Popeyes have certain decent food for me. Like
Bitch, I love Popeyes.
they're not
I
spicy
like
enough.
something better than what? Girl, you sleep. Churches is not spicy enough. Popeyes definitely is spicy enough, bitch. Bitch, they got all of
When it comes to that chicken,
Yes, ma'am. You sleep. That's the fucking main point. That's why I'm always buying peppers with they shit, because they shit do not be spicy enough. They spicy is not spicy enough to me.
I love churches spicy. It be right. Mm.
Damn, ain't no fucking cold water.
Yes, it is.
Well, bitch.
Probably in the back.
What?
In the back, laying down or something. It should be. So, I'm eating spicy tenders. I just got the tenders because I'm always extra money or a little extra change and food. Getting French fries. I don't eat everybody fries. That sounds so crazy, huh? What are you doing? Curtis don't have any fries. They have sometimes might be in the mood for good fries, you know. But you gotta add salt to their fries most times. Then they get a little crinkly clip fries. I don't get it.
You gotta get church's fries extra crispy, bitch.
I'm just as what it is.
I do not like that fries though.
I don't care for their fries.
Them hoes gotta be extra crispy. And I gotta put that seasoning on them.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you trying to be sweating? Okay. That's what you do.
That shit pickle.
Okay, consider I don't eat peppers. What's the difference? Oh, this biscuit is so delicious. Do, do, do. Oh, oh. Good morning, beautiful people of America. Today is, I'm behind on the shower curtain. I'm behind on the shower curtain. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I do not like this stuff. I don't like this shower curtain. But I only have a little more time to go before I can go out and purchase something cute and girly for my new roommate and I. So, if y'all don't know, we've been going through like a little moving spell. Best friend is moving. So, best friend is with child. My bestie is having a baby, and I'm gonna be an auntie. So, my best friend is having a baby, and I'm about to be an auntie. So, before like she got pregnant, we started this whole roommate journey and everything. And in the process of doing this roommate situation, it has been very rewarding because it was something that I should have done a long time ago. My best friend for years has been trying to at least do this roommate situation. And I'm like, y'all know I was going to do this roommate situation with a previous friend before. She's still my friend, but the friend before, I was going to do it with T. But we just went our separate ways in the roommate status, and I just chose to do it with a different friend. Which they're both my best friends. I've known them equally the same amount of time. So, and they both literally do the exact same thing for me, but in different ways. So, like, I don't explain, but I love them both. So, literally, y'all, that didn't work out, and I end up, doing this roommate situation with my best friend. Long story short, she's with child, and she's having my little nephew, and I'm so super excited that I'm about to be officially an aunt. Like, I'm already an aunt to little Jaden. Y'all see him, but I really didn't grow up around little Jaden. Like, I really had a lot of me taking place back in the day, so I was a little more distant. But now I'm like, I'm here. I'm like that bad auntie or that auntie that just, be living her life, her best life, whatever. And then she come back and she like, surprise, niggas, I'm here. So yeah. So best friend is moving. She's moving to another place to get herself prepared for her baby. She just got into her third trimester and she already found the place, so it's already set up. She's just like moving the last minute stuff, and that's that. Like, yeah, y'all. I'm like super still. Like, I'm super, 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 super excited. About everything and whatnot and what is like bound to come about within this freaking month. So let's see what's been up. So y'all, I want to tell y'all about this trans girl here on the tube. Alaza, I don't know how to pronounce her name, but she's straight out of the motherfucking H, bitch, and she on her shit, right? So like, I came across her videos. I came across her on Instagram, and I had started following her for a few years, and before she was trans, like before she actually transitioned over, and when she transitioned over, um, I just continued to follow because I'm just like, okay, this baby is going through the beginning stages that I've already been through, just watch, and it just fascinated me. And then she started a YouTube channel, and the way she was just moving, and I'm just like, okay, she has a lot of courage. She's very strong-minded in who she is and what she wants to be, and who she not what she wants to be, but who she is and who she wants to be. So I was like, okay, let me just keep up. And recently, y'all, she just posted a video on mental health and how she's been dealing with her mental health and everything, so on and so forth. So I want to touch bases on that real fast because I myself this year have been dealing with mental health. I can say so I myself, it probably just messed up everything. I don't know. I think it did just a little bit. I'm gonna close it. Okay, that's better. So, I myself have been dealing with mental health this year and getting myself back to the place that I was around 18, 19 years old, not so aggressive and ready for the world, like not so aggressive and ready to fight the world, I guess. At 18, 19, you know how you're new adult, it's more so I'm approaching my 30s and I don't want to bring a lot of the toxicness that came into my 20s or that I went through my 20s over into my 30s. Like, it's a new chapter for me. I have months to go, but I have to start doing the work now in order to get there. And, we have it, so yeah. Yeah, it's just like I've been working on that. I've been working on how I myself respond to my mental health, and what that means for me is how do I respond to people, and and when I say people, I mean this is to all due respect, but these are generally the people that I care about. I can give a fuck about anyone else's opinions. Like, their opinions are their opinions, but the people that directly are in my life, and I know that I'm one of those people that, I am very versatile. I like to do a bunch of different things, and some of my people are not into it. So sometimes they stand at a point to where they don't understand, and so they're like, "Don't do this," or "Don't." And I stand at that same point, but I'm not that person to go because I don't understand. I'm gonna stop. It's more so like I'm gonna find some little information, the information that I got. I'm gonna find as much positive. If the good outweigh the bad, then I'm proceeding until I see bad. And if I don't see any bad, then we have a good thing possible, right? That's how I look at life. And with that being said, I myself have let a lot of my close people around me and their opinions affect my life and how I choose to live my life and how I see my life. Because these are people that I truly care about. These are people that I myself want a part of my life. But I then had to understand that that's a want, not a need. These are people that you want in your life, but do you need these people in your life? And if you feel though is you need these people in your life, why do you need them? And then when you go to the reasons of why do you need them, if everything aligns with you and you say you can live with you can't live without this person and these things, then it's accordingly to let them know. Well, that's how I'm handling that. To let them know that what we've you know, we've literally what the problems I've really been having, have a sit down, talk it out, the problems I've really been having, and see if there's ways to fix it. If not, learn to deal with that person in the new light to which they have learned to deal with themselves, because we're all changing, we're all figuring ourselves out, and every single day we're coming more into ourselves and who we are really meant to be. So I always try to look at my friends and be like, I understand that sometimes you may have not said things that you feel I'm gonna take the wrong way, or I may not have said certain things, but we're having a sit down. This is what this is for. And my best friend introduced me to the sit down. Literally, when I moved here, she was just like, let's have a sit down. We're best friends. We should be able to talk about a lot of things. And that's something that, I really was not accustomed to with a lot of people. So I'm forever grateful for that because it's literally helped me, along the way. And it's pretty much changed my mindset from so much of a negative, toxic place with all these negative opinions and negative, just oppressed things that I felt. It just helped me change that. So I'm just like, kudos, cool, cool. But yeah, I yeah. hmm I'm just overly grateful this right now. Like I don't say this moment right now. So that's really what I've been working on literally this year, y'all. Also I've been working like on relationships. Like I told y'all, relationships with people. So I've been working on my relationship with my mother, my relationship with my grandmother. Not saying that it's bad or we're not on speaking terms. It's just we have a lot of toxic in our relationship. And I've been pretty much working on that toxic because I've been getting my family to understand that we're not going to ever move to the future or move further in our personal lives if we haven't fixed this toxic right here in family first. And we keep saying family matters, but there's some things that bother us in this family code and no one's really talking about it. We're just venting. And that's first the wrong step to take. If we're gonna take accountability, let's just say we're all wrong because we all do this. We're kids. My sister and I, we literally watch what we see and demonstrate as we've grown up to make us who we are. We take those same beliefs and morals and apply those to life. So, you know, with me working on myself, I see a lot of negative ways that I used to have, and I'm just like, I take it back to the family. I'm like, okay, this is something we can improve on. We're not perfect, but we're working. So, like, come on, work with me. Like, my mama, she's on the same battlefield with me. I don't say fulfill. She's on the battlefield with me. She's doing the same thing, same work, you know. And I tell her a lot of times because my mom was an only child, so I tell her a lot of times you don't, because sometimes being the only child, as the time changes over and you then have to take care of your parents or your parent, it becomes a lot and it becomes stressful, especially if you and your parent don't see eye to eye. So I a lot of times try to pitch in and my mom know that like you're not alone any longer. Like I understand you felt like you're alone because you're not really friendly and you didn't really have that family. So it's here. So you don't have to really feel alone or feel however you felt in the past growing up or whatever you felt before. We were adults to understand. We're here now and I'm doing what I can. And let's proceed. Let's work on our past to make it better. It's not going to ever be perfect. But god damn it, we can almost get there. That's pretty much my motto and how I feel like approaching the situation. So far, it's been coming the fuck along, y'all. So that parent to child misunderstanding has been coming the fuck along. Now, it's been coming along mainly because I put my foot down. I learned to put my fucking foot down with my family. You know, learning what boundaries are to you, not what the family code is, but to you as a person in family. Like, if there's some things that you don't agree with, you don't have to be around, and you don't have to sugarcoat it. You don't have to enlighten. You don't have to put a light label on it to make someone else understand it better. Like, you understood it. I gave you time to understand it. I elaborated on it. That's all I'm gonna do, and I have learned to be confident and comfortable with my decisions. So, yeah. Um, yeah, this year has been like an awakening moment for me. Like, it's been so fucking awakening. I did self work. I also figured out that I am a ambivert. Like, newly discovering that I'm an ambivert is so fascinating because I literally always thought that I was just a um, extrovert with a little bit of introvert qualities. I didn't even know an ambivert and all this kind of stuff like resonates with me. But as I was reading up on it and was telling y'all earlier, like just all those key things sit directly with me because there's some things that there's a lot of things in introvertness that I can relate to because I am that way, and there's a lot of things in extrovertness I can relate to because I'm exactly that way. Like all of my friends really think like, oh, you're so bubbly, you're such a people person, you this, that, and the third. And my family kind of thinks that as well. Like you're so extra, you're so this, you're so that. But in actuality, factuality is only that way because I'm comfortable with them. Like I know you, I'm able to be that way. Even in my videos, like y'all know, even in the beginning of time, I wasn't this comfortable to talk about a lot of things, and it's taken some time to really to get me here to be this comfortable with y'all engaging. You let me know you're watching stuff like that. Like it's barriers that I have to go through to like break that confidence down, or not break it down, but like I'm a very observant person, so it's like I'd rather just walk into the scene and be observant and pay attention and quiet and this, that, and the third. But once I've peeped the scene out, my true colors will shine. Like who I really am as a person, I'm gonna let it loose. I'm gonna let my guards down. I'm good. Like I'm very observant, and sometimes, I can peep the scene and spot something and don't say anything. And, I'll still like let my guard down, but at the same token, I'm not completely let down. Like I'm just I'm just a mixture of both. And it was so great. Like I'm very self aware of me, but I am the person like I enjoy being out with people, but then at the same time, like I enjoy my alone time. But bitch, if you send me too much time to myself, I'm like I'm texting you, I'm calling you, what's up, where you at? If you listen. Okay. Hey boo has, what's up? Good afternoon, y'all. I'm chewing gum like it's the last supper, but I was in the grocery store earlier, and because I don't have no chapstick, I was looking for that too. I be noticing my breath don't be funky, but I just be saying to myself like, what are better ways that you can take care of your hygiene when you out? Like, you be eating and stuff, and I really don't like buy mints and gum and stuff like that. But I'm like, what other way you gonna take care of yourself and look good on the inside and outside without putting no gum in your mouth? So yeah, girl, I got some gum. Uh huh. I got some gum. Y'all, hold up.